Imagine you're 81 years old and you're living with diabetes and Alzheimer's. You want to move freely, but your body is too weak to do so. You want to remember the people and events in your life, but your memory has already atrophied. This was the state of my grandmother, my ama, as my cousin and I would call her, during her last days and months. Today we are gathered here to celebrate, to commemorate, and to say our last goodbyes to my ama. Let me tell you all about my ama. Although there are many of you out there who might have known my ama, I know there are some of you who didn't know her as well, or at all for that matter. My ama was a strong and sentimental person. Throughout her life, she didn't want help from others, and didn't want others to see her as weak, but there were times where she could seem soft. Even though I didn't share that many memories with my ama, my last memory of my ama will always be what I remember her by. The last time I saw my ama was during Thanksgiving Day a few weeks ago. As my family and I were leaving her house as the day ended, we went to say our last goodbyes to my ama. We went from the living room and into my ama's room where my ama was laying half asleep accompanied by two of my aunts. As I walked into my ama's room, my aunt signaled to my ama, telling her of my presence. My aunts tried helping my ama, but my ama refused their help. I said to my ama, "Bye, ama," and that was when I saw tears coming out of her eyes. My aunts told me that my ama was just happy to see me, and with that statement, they told me that I could head home. The following Tuesday, on December 1st, 2015, my ama died peacefully at night at about 8:10 p.m. Although she didn't get to see all of her children and grandchildren before she passed away, she was comforted by seeing most of her grandchildren and children gathered at her house during Thanksgiving Day. My grandmother wanted to see my father the most, but she never did. She ended up seeing me as I quote-unquote represented my father, and with that she was for the most part satisfied. My ama endured her pain just to see all of her children and grandchildren gathered together at her house during Thanksgiving Day, and she passed away peacefully, knowing that all of her family was doing well. At the end of the day, my ama lived a long life with no regrets. For those of you sad out there about my ama's death, don't be. My ama wouldn't want us to be sad over her death. Instead, she would want us to be happy and fondly remembering of her and her life. Let us take a brief moment of silence in order to remember my ama. Thank you.